Hello everyone. Welcome to the day 12 of Core Java. So today we are going to learn a very important topic in Java, that is arrays. So what are arrays? Arrays is a type of a data structure. So what is a data structure? A data structure is that which helps you to store data. So arrays are a collection of elements of the same type. So it is a type of data structure in Java which allows you to store multiple values in a single variable. But a point to note here is that arrays allows you to store the data of similar type, of the same type. So how do we declare an array? So the most common way of declaring an array is by first writing the name of the data type, then our square brackets, then our array name. So these square brackets are the main thing that defines that this is our array. So as we can see in our example that we have defined an array here, where we have defined an array of int type, then we have right here square brackets, and then we have given the name of our variable of our array, that is s. So this is the way of declaring an array. So how do we create an array? So array can be created mainly in two ways. So first, by using a direct initialization method. So how do we do that? We first declare an array, that is here. We are declaring and initializing in same line here. So we are just declaring an array int square brackets name of our array, and then we are writing our elements in our curly braces. So this is one way of creating an array by direct initialization. So we have one more way of creating an array, that is by using the new keyword. So we just have to first declare here also we are declaring and initializing in same line, but what we are initializing here, we are initializing only the size of the array. So what we are doing here, we have created an array marks, and then we use the new keyword, and we have defined our int type of array whose size is 5. So these are the two most common ways of creating an array. So now let's see a practical example of how do we work with arrays. So I'm going to so let's create a same. So I'm declaring an array here. So I have declared an array. Now I'm going to create array by both methods. So first we will be doing direct initialization. So how do we do direct initialization? We are just going to use it, and then in curly braces we are going to define 10, 20, 12, 45. So now let's see. Okay, I have just missed a semicolon here. So what it is giving me here, it is giving me here illegal start of expression, not a statement, empty statement. So what do I have to do? I just have to now we are going to we have created one array successfully. So what happened there? So when I tried to first declare it and then initialize it using curly braces, it gave me error, illegal start of expression. So when we use direct initialization method, we initialize our array like this. So this is the way of initializing our array when we use the direct initialization method. Okay, so now we can do one more thing. We have one more method of initializing our array, creating our array using the new keyword. So now we are going to create an array using the new keyword. So what I am going to do, here I can first declare. So we will take a different name here. We can take class core, and this will be my array name. And I'm going to just create an array of size 5. So this is how I have created an array using the new keyword, and I created the array using the direct initialization method. So how do we work with arrays? So first we can access the elements of arrays. We can access the elements by specifying the index the index of which value we want. So here I have specified 0. So I will get the value of the element present at the 0th index in my array. So the indexing in my array starts by default with 0. So this is how I access the element, and here I am creating a variable m, and then I am accessing the value present at 0th index of my array in my m variable. We can also change the value of my array. So I am just changing the value present at the second index in my array to 33. We can also get the size of my array. To get the size of the array, we use length property, our length property, and we just write marks.length, and then we can get the size of my array. So now let's see how to use it. So first I'm going to do, I am going to access the value. So let's access the value of my marks array. So I'm just going to declare a variable in temp, and I'm going to access the value present at my first index. Then I'm going to just here print the value of m. So now let's run our program. So here you can see we got the value as 30, as we can see here that at our 0th index we have 10, and at our first index we have 30 as value. So we got the output as 30. So here is how we access the value of our arrays. So what was the next thing we did? Change the value. So now let's change the value present at second index to 13. So as you can see here, the value of our second index is 40. So now I have changed my value of second index to 13. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to just print the value present at second index. So here you can see I got the value as 13. So here is how you can change the value of a specific index in our array. So we did two things. If we access the value, change the value, we have one more property, that is seeing the length of the array. So we can just see the length of our array. I am going to just print here the length of my array. So for that, I am using the property dot length. So here you can see the output as 5, as our array contains the 5 values. So the length of the array is 5. So now let's move forward. Looping in arrays. So I have created an array of 10 size. Now I want to output all the values in a single go. So for that I can use looping in arrays. So we commonly use a for loop to get the values of our array. So now let's get the value of our array. So we have seen length of the array. Now we will be looping the values of our array. For that, we can use a simple for loop. So we first initialize it using this, and then use marks.length, and now we are going to just print the values of our array. So you can see here, I have got the values of my array here. So this was my array, 10, 30, 40, 12, 45, as we changed the value of my second index. So we got 13 at the second index. And you can see the output of my array. So this is how we do looping in our arrays. So thank you everyone for watching. In next videos, we will see we have more type of arrays that are multidimensional arrays. So we will be learning about that in second video.